Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we've got another Mustang Mach-E video today. And today I want to go on Ford's website and spec out a 2025 Mustang Mach-E and kind of talk through the different options. We'll talk about the configuration I have here with my 2022. How does that compare to what you can get on the 25s? And then maybe some things to consider between the Select, Premium, GT, and Rally trims. So let's go. So let's pull up Ford's website here. And we're going to pull up the Mach-E. Now, I did do a video recently on the 2025 Mustang Mach-E and the differences coming. And so if you go to their website, the landing page still defaults to 2024. So if you want to go look at the build options for the 2025, you click here. I don't believe any of the 2025s are out on the lots yet, but they probably will be hopefully soon. My guess is they're trying to move some extra inventory they have from the 24s. So you can still look at the 24 stuff, but we're going to focus on the 2025 in this video. So we'll go to build and price here. Okay, so if you're not too familiar with the Mach-E, there's 4 trim options. When the Mach-E first launched, it also had 4 options as well, but the Rally didn't exist yet. The Rally came out in the 24 model year. And before the Rally, they had a Route 1 option, and it was really focused on kind of the max range cars. So you got the big battery, rear wheel drive. They kind of stripped out a few things to make it a little bit lighter, no glass roof, stuff like that. But that option isn't here anymore, probably because you can still get pretty decent range when you add the big battery on these models. And they probably wanted to spruce it up here, adding the Rally. But anyway, let's just start at the bottom. What's the cheapest Mach-E you can get brand new? And there also are some different paint colors by year, some different appearance packages by year. So if there's a certain color you really want, or a certain package you really want, you may have to consider something on the used market. But currently, these are the paint colors available. Now, black and grabber yellow, which grabber yellow is fairly new, and desert sand, all of those options are no additional cost. But the other colors here, like velocity blue, grabber blue went away. Velocity blue is there now. That's $4.95. The green is also $4.95. The red is $9.95. Star white is $9.95. And the glacier gray is $9.95. So my color on this Mach-E, it looks very white in the video. This is called space white. So it's kind of halfway between star white. Star white has been there since the beginning, and it's very white. This car looks more gray if you see it next to the star white Mach-E. And then I actually saw one of these glacier gray colors in the parking lot the other day. I'll roll that video so you can see it. Definitely more gray than my Mach-E. Also, with the Select, there is no glass roof option, but you can choose to have a black painted roof. On the black car, it's going to be black, but these other colors, personally, I think the black looks really good as kind of a contrast to the rest of the body color. So that's additional money if you want to do the black roof. So, we'll kind of spec things similar to my car here. So can't do the glass roof, but we can do the black painted roof. It comes with the standard range battery, rear wheel drive. You can switch it to the all-wheel drive. So my Mach-E is a all-wheel drive with the standard range, but this is the premium trim. So there's a few trim options on this that the Select here doesn't have. And actually you can add the extended range battery to the Select as well if you want to. So if you want like all-wheel drive and the biggest battery for as cheap as possible, you can do that in the Select trim. Now, if you go up to the premium trim and you want to add the extended range battery, it's only a $4,000 upcharge instead of $5,500. So it's a little bit of a better deal to get it on the premium, but you're still going to be paying more for the premium. You're just kind of getting a little bit of a discount there because you're going up to the higher trim. Okay, so also the other thing to note on the standard range battery, so this is 73 kilowatt hours usable, and this, as far as I know, is the LFP technology. So it's actually good for the battery to be charged up all the way to 100%. It can maintain a higher charging rate than my standard range can. Before they had the LFP, on the standard range cars, you can only do 115 kilowatt charging peak, where on the LFP technology, it has 150 kilowatt charging peak, which is the same as the extended range pack. So the standard range battery, I think, is actually a pretty good option. But anyways, so we'll keep going here. Again, the all-wheel drive, that's going to add a motor in the front, and give you more performance and all-wheel drive, which is nice. Now they are charging you for the mobile charger and the NACS adapter. So this NACS adapter, that's what would allow you to charge on the Tesla superchargers. Keep in mind though, it's not every single supercharger. It's only version 3 superchargers that have been open to other EVs. So if you want to know which ones those are in your area, check Tesla's website. You can go to the supercharging on there and pull up a map, and it'll show you exactly, real time as of, whatever date you're watching this video, which ones are open. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, and this is the mobile connector. This came with my car. It was included in the price. And this charger will let you do level 1, 110 volt charging, which is about 1.2 kilowatts. And then it'll also let you do NEMA 1450, 220 volt charging. And that'll get you, it's 32 amps at 220 volts. So it's going to get you, roughly 6-7 kilowatts there. Okay, so if you might not need this if you already have a charger installed in your garage, or you already have a Mach-E, you're upgrading, and you're keeping the charger. Also, you can buy the NACS adapter separately if you only wanted that. So anyway, you might be able to save yourself $600 if you already have another way to deal with that stuff. There's really no equipment options here. It's just giving you the Select 100A. I believe the premium is the 300A. We'll go look at that in a second. But you're still getting a lot here. You're getting, it's equipped for doing Blue Cruise. We'll look at the subscriptions here in a second. You still have the same full-size touchscreen. You've got the newest version of Ford Sync system. It's got wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. It can do wired as well. It's got the 360 camera, phone as a key. I won't read every single thing here, but it's a pretty good kind of base level option. You're getting a lot there. The big stuff that isn't here is going to be like the heated seats, the cooled seats, power tailgate, that kind of thing. Okay, so you get 1 year included of the Ford connectivity, which Wi-Fi hotspot, Alexa, that kind of thing. Me personally, don't really care too much about that stuff. The Blue Cruise, now Ford is offering a one-time purchase for $2,500. So if you add that in, my car came with 3 years of Blue Cruise included with the premium trim. And actually, if you go watch my last video, it's looking like you can extend that 1 more year. If you already have a Mach-E, you had that original 3 year. It looks like you can extend that 1 more year for free. So go check out my other video on that. Okay, so if we add this Blue Cruise, and it's going to ship with Blue Cruise 1.5, which 1.5, some performance updates with the system, but the biggest kind of feature headline is it will initiate lane changes automatically. So that's kind of cool. But it's saying that the service will be available for a minimum of 7 years with this option. Then after 7 years, kind of my guess what they mean by this is whatever point the software got updated to, maybe it got to Blue Cruise 1.9 or something. Hopefully it got at least to a version 2 in 7 years, but let's say it got to 2.4 or something. You'll be able to keep 2.4 and you just won't get any more updates. I think they're just trying to say after 7 years, they can't guarantee they'll be able to push any of the newer updates back to your car. So anyway, that, if you never road trip, if your commute is really not on Blue Cruise mapped highways at all, maybe you don't want this. You could also choose to add it later, or you could choose to, spend $500 and get 1 year, see what you think about it. I'm just going to pick this because that's most similar to my car. Now mine was a 3 year trial, not a 7-year trial, but still similar idea. Now for the Select trims, you can add heated seats if you want to. You cannot add the ventilated seats. That's only on the premium and up models. So you get a heated front seats, heated wheel. So that could be nice, for the Select. Personally, if you're adding an extended range battery and you're adding this, you might want to think about just getting the premium trim, because that's probably going to be a slightly better deal. You're going to get more included. Connectivity package, this is the same Wi-Fi hotspot stuff, but for 7 years instead. Interior protection package, that's going to be like floor mats, cargo cover, cargo shade, whatever you want to call it. My car actually came with the cargo cover. That was included. It came with just carpet floor mats, so I upgraded to the all-weather floor mats in mine. Now, what's interesting is the Select now actually has the same wheel option that my Mach-E does here. So these wheels you can actually get on the Select now, and then the Premium has a different wheel design. I haven't been able to figure out what this tire difference is here. It just seems like it changes just based on whichever wheel design you pick. You just get, I don't know if it's a different like sidewall on the tire or it's actually a different tire altogether. It's the same tire dimensions. So anyway, that's the tires. You can do a wheel lock kit, I guess. Personally, I would not do this just because these cars are rather difficult to jack up correctly. I guess you could, if somebody's really going to steal your wheels, they're probably not going to be worried about jacking up your car correctly. But I just personally wouldn't be that worried about somebody stealing the wheels on your Mach-E. There's a bumper protector. I don't have this, but it's kind of some film or plastic that's going on the edge of the bumper here to protect it from getting like scraped or dinged up from suitcases and stuff going in and out. I don't have that. You can also only get a black interior on the Select model. Roadside assistance kit. Did I miss one? Oh yeah, we already talked about those. First aid kit, if you just want the Ford branded one. And then the Select comes with 6 speakers. So if you want the B&O, the Bang and Olufsen, if I said that right, 10 speaker system, that's on the Premium and up models. So yeah, here's kind of what we optioned here. You'll have to configure this yourself. If you're watching this video much later than when I put this up, check the pricing again, because these prices can continuously change. There's a bunch of incentives right now. As far as I know, there's no federal tax credit on this anymore. There originally was back in 2022. That's actually part of why I bought my car when I did, because I was worried of that tax credit eventually going away. Maybe that will come back, maybe not. So yeah, we're just a shy under 40,000 here. So that's the Select. Okay, so let's go up to the Premium. All the paint colors and prices are the same as the Select. Really the difference here is if you want that extended range battery, now it's only a $4,000 upgrade instead of the, $5,500 upgrade. Everything else here is pretty much the same. The difference here is the 300A now. So it's all the stuff we talked about before, the CarPlay and all that. But now you're adding the ventilated seats in addition to the heated seats, heated wheel. You've got more power control memory on the passenger, on the driver's seat. Power lift gate, the nicer sound system. They changed the molding color. So this has kind of gone all over the place. Like the GTs originally were body color. The Selects were like a kind of unfinished plastic, not painted, just kind of a gray plastic. And the Premiums were this glossy black. So they've gone all over the place on that, just trying to make it look a little bit different. The comfort package here, that's kind of included with this other stuff. Now on the Select, they call this the Comfort Package Lite, and it didn't have the cooled seats. You can also add a sports appearance package on the Premium. So you get some fancier wheels, Brembo brakes, sports pedals. You're getting some of the appearance that's actually on the GT, but you're bringing it down to the Premium model. So yeah, that looks pretty nice. Personally, I'd probably save this money and put it towards just getting the GT model instead. But maybe there's something with the appearance here that you really like. It definitely looks nicer, I think. Already talked about all those packages. There's a couple of different wheel options here. You can get the white interior now if that's something you want. So that's the white. I have the black interior, although my headliner in mine is actually white, so it's kind of a mix between the two. And then you can add the glass roof. So that's what my car has. So if we spec this like mine, so I have the standard range battery, all-wheel drive. We'll go star white since that's kind of the closest to mine. Okay, all these options. We'll do the one-time purchase of Blue Cruise. It's not, 7+ years like mine is, but it looks like I'm going to get 4 years out of mine at least. We'll go black interior since that's what I have. I have the glass roof. Now you get the 10-speaker sound system. So I've talked about in prior videos where this system doesn't have a lot of bass. There's one software update where they tune the system a little bit, and I think it actually does sound better with a little more low end. I listen to a lot of podcasts in my car, so I think either one would be perfectly fine. But when I do listen to music, I think this sounds pretty good. I haven't heard the 6-speaker system, so I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I think it sounds decent. All of these are included. So yeah, that's kind of the final price here. Yeah, so we're coming up at $43,800, just under $44,000. And my car, sorry it's blurry. When I saved it from my phone, and now I have to pay $9.99 to some website or whatever to pull this up again. But after the destination fee, it was $52.9 was the window sticker on mine. But without the destination delivery fee, it was $51.8. Essentially, you can get the 2025 version of my car, standard range, all-wheel drive, premium trim, specialty paint color, glass roof, 10-speaker system, Blue Cruise. It also has the LFP battery, which charges faster, like I was mentioning. And you can get all of that for about $8,000 less than you used to be able to 3 years ago. Now, there isn't the federal tax credit anymore, which was $7,500. So the prices kind of come down without that tax credit. If you could add any kind of tax credit or whatever on top of this, that would be a pretty good buy. Okay, so let's go talk about the GT. Okay, so GT, now you've got, the appearance is built in a little bit there. Let's pick red here just so you can kind of see what this is going to look like a little bit easier. So the GT comes standard with the extended range battery, so there's no lower option there. It comes standard with all-wheel drive, because to get the performance, they need both front and rear motor, and it has the upgraded front motor. That's how it gets the extra power. So this is standard on the GT and on the Rally. So actually it says upgraded front and rear. So bigger motors, charging equipment, all that's the same. You're going to get kind of a mix of the 300A premium group plus some of that appearance package stuff we were just looking at on the premium. So pretty nice setup there. Comfort package is included, so you're going to get the ventilated seats, heated seats, all that. You actually get a little bit of a deal. You get $500 off if you do the Blue Cruise compared to the premium and select trims. This was $24.95, so that's a little bit cheaper. You can also do a bronze appearance package. That's not really my thing, but some people might really like that. We're just going to say no. We'll keep what we had. Now, there's also a performance upgrade, which is basically a software update. I believe you can add this later. But it's going to give you more power just for paying an extra $1,000. So I guess you could choose to add that later. The Rally trim comes with this upgrade included. So let's go ahead and add that. Why not? if we're doing the GT, might as well max it out. Kind of same thing here we've already talked about. A couple different wheel options here. I'm not really sure which ones I like better, actually. I think wheels are kind of hard to see online. Personally, I'd probably go check out those wheels in person. You're going to get a little bit wider tire, which is good. Slightly lower profile there, I think, too. Only a dark interior color. Now, you're getting the upgraded performance interior, so you can see there's more bolstering here on the seats compared to the Select and Premium options. You can add the glass roof if you want it. I believe it is going to add a little bit of weight, but personally, I really like the glass roof, especially if anybody's in the back seat. It feels way less claustrophobic back there, so I think that's pretty nice. Okay, so yeah, we're coming up with about 53 here. Yeah, almost 54,000. So yeah, there's no tax incentives on this, but if you ignore that for a second, you know, now for like the base price of what my premium is, you can get the GT now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the GT. And then last but not least is the Rally. You know, maybe the yellow makes more sense here in the Rally option. It also kind of makes it a little easier to see what we're looking at here. So yeah, you've got obviously very different wheels. They increase the ride height. You also have some fog lights up front. There you can see it here. You've got a spoiler off the back there. You've got the Mach-E Rally font on the side, which is like oversized. Personally, I don't think that looks very good, but kind of this style, I think it fits right into that. Yeah, so you're getting the upgraded all-wheel drive automatically. And then the equipment here. So yeah, slightly different tire for the Rally option. You can see it includes the performance upgrade. There's a Rally Sport mode, sports pedals. You've got some stripes added on there. So yeah, pretty cool. And then same thing here. You can see it includes it. Let me see if I can remove it. My guess is no. No. And yeah, same thing here on the Blue Cruise, a slightly better deal on the GT and the Rally. You can do black wheels if you want. And then it has the, different suspension tuned more for the off-road with the MagnaRide system. You can do remove the stripes if you want. You can also take the big font off if you want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, so personally, I think that looks a little bit cleaner, but, oh, I see, it does both, sorry. Okay, so you can keep the font, or you can do, remove both the stripes and the font. Yeah, Rally interior here. Fairly similar, I think, to what's on the GT. 10-speaker system. Yeah, so this is kind of the top model, just under 60,000 here for that. So which one would I choose? That's kind of a tough question. There's just so many configurations and options. Generally, I'm really happy with the model I ended up with. I like the all-wheel drive because it gives you a little bit better traction in the snow, and it gives you more performance, so I like that. I also don't mind the smaller battery. It's plenty for around town. So if you're doing mostly commuting with this car, most likely you're going to be just fine with a smaller battery. Now, I live in southern Idaho, so when I road trip it, you know, the speed limits are 80 miles an hour. There's not a lot of charging options, so the extended battery would be nice. Thankfully, the standard range battery has that LFP technology now, and they've bumped up the charging speed on that. So it's actually good for the battery to charge to 100%, and it has a higher charging curve, just a better charging curve. So the standard range battery is still a pretty good option, I think. Also, the extended range battery, to bump up to it, is only another, at least on the premium, it's only another 4,000, where when my car came out, I want to say it was somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 to upgrade to the bigger battery, which that felt like a bigger difference. For 4,000, that could be tempting to get the larger battery. So yeah, I'd probably either consider doing pretty much my exact spec again if I was going to buy another Mach-E, or I'd probably consider going up to the GT just to try out the performance. You get the bigger battery, you're kind of getting a lot more things built in. So yeah, that's kind of the 2025 lineup. Yeah, and if you're curious about, well, what about the 24, 23, 22, 21? What are all the differences there? Check out my last video and I get into those details a lot more because, you know, good news if you don't have a Mach-E and you want one, the old models have depreciated quite a bit. So you might be able to consider picking up a used GT or a used premium with the bigger battery, and that could be a better deal for you. For the 25s, you're definitely getting a lot more hardware, software updates that we're not totally sure if the older cars are going to get. You're getting a heat pump, which if you live in more extreme climates, that's going to give you better range, better efficiency. So there's a lot to like about the 25. So yeah, I think it just depends on what you want, what you're looking for. You know, if there's a certain color or you really want to rally, obviously that's going to limit, you know, which model years you can pick from. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have questions or if there's stuff I missed or got wrong, you know, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.